Freaky Tales, streaming on HBO Max. Here's the deal, Freaky Tales is not your typical narrative film. It's like 4 short films rolled into one, all set in 1987 Oakland, and each one is completely different, ranging from revenge stories to musical rebellions. It stars Pedro Pascal, Normani, and more, and it's got this gritty, nostalgic vibe that really sets it apart. My take? This movie is chaotic in the best way possible. It doesn't hold your hand. If you love when a movie goes off the rails and breaks all the rules, this is for you. But if you're someone who needs a clean plot and tight structure, it might frustrate you. I found it really fun and fresh, definitely not for everyone, but if you're into bold, unconventional storytelling, it's worth your time. 2. The Monkey, streaming on Hulu. Here's the setup. Based on a lesser-known Stephen King story, this one follows 2 brothers haunted, literally, by a creepy wind-up monkey toy. Every time the monkey claps its cymbals, someone dies. The story spans decades, flipping between the past and present as the curse resurfaces. My take? This is a messy, weird, and surprisingly fun horror movie. The plot is bonkers, the tone is all over the place, and yet, I kind of loved it. It doesn't always make sense, but it leans hard into its own madness. The horror elements are brutal and creative, and there's a twisted sense of humor that gives it a totally different vibe from most King adaptations. It won't win any awards, but it will leave an impression. 3. Final Destination, Bloodlines, streaming on HBO Max. What to expect? This is a reboot/continuation of the classic Final Destination formula. Someone has a premonition, escapes death, and then death comes knocking in the most creative, gruesome ways possible. My take? Look, it's Final Destination, you know what you're here for. Nobody watches these for deep character development. You watch for the over-the-top kills, the tension of waiting for someone to die, and the satisfaction when the trap finally springs. And Bloodlines absolutely delivers. The deaths are inventive, the suspense is tight, and it brings just enough new energy to feel fresh without straying from what works. Turn your brain off and enjoy the carnage. 4. Love and Monsters, streaming on Paramount+. What it's about: after a monster apocalypse, a dorky but lovable guy travels hundreds of miles to reconnect with his high school crush, with nothing but a crossbow and a loyal dog to guide him. My take? This movie is a gem. It's surprisingly heartfelt, beautifully shot, and actually kind of inspiring. Dylan O'Brien brings so much charm to the role, and the creature design is genuinely impressive. The movie balances comedy, action, and heart way better than most big-budget blockbusters. And the dog? Absolutely steals the show. If you need something adventurous but warm, this one's a must-watch. 5. You Hurt My Feelings, streaming on HBO Max. Here's the premise. Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays a writer who accidentally overhears her husband saying he doesn't like her new book, and it throws her into a spiral about trust, support, and what it means to really know someone. My take? This is one of those quiet movies that sneaks up on you. It's not flashy. It's just smart, intimate, and incredibly human. The performances are subtle but powerful, and the writing is sharp. If you've ever doubted yourself creatively, or felt crushed by someone's opinion, you'll relate hard. It's a slice of real life, and it made me reflect on how we handle honesty in relationships. Really solid adult drama. 6. Creed, streaming on Prime Video. The story: Adonis Creed, the son of Apollo Creed, steps into the ring to forge his own path, under the mentorship of Rocky Balboa. My take? This movie hits hard. Literally and emotionally. Michael B. Jordan brings intensity, vulnerability, and charisma to the role, and Stallone gives one of his best performances ever. It's not just about boxing, it's about legacy, fatherhood, and carving out your own identity. The training montages are epic, the fights are brutal, and the emotional beats land every time. Even if you don't like sports movies, this one's special. 7. Pulp Fiction, streaming on Prime Video. The Lowdown, a non-linear, genre-defining crime film with hitmen, boxers, mob wives, and coffee shop bandits, all connected in unexpected ways. Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. My take? This is one of the coolest movies ever made. The dialogue is razor sharp. The characters are unforgettable. And the structure? Still revolutionary. It doesn't matter if you've seen it once or 10 times, every rewatch gives you something new. If you love crime films, quirky humor, or just great filmmaking, this is mandatory viewing. 8. Devil in a Blue Dress, streaming on Hulu. The plot: Denzel Washington plays Easy Rollins, a World War II vet turned private eye who's pulled into a missing person case in 1940s Los Angeles. What he uncovers is way bigger and more dangerous than he expected. My take? This is one of Denzel's most underrated performances. It's moody, atmospheric, and soaked in noir style. The story is slow burn, but it builds real tension and delivers commentary on race and power in post-war America. It's more than a detective story, it's a stylish character study, and it deserves way more love than it gets. Win-Win, streaming on Hulu. What it's about: a struggling lawyer who coaches high school wrestling stumbles into a complicated situation when he takes in the grandson of a client, and discovers the kid's a natural athlete. My take? This movie is pure heart. It's funny, sincere, and grounded in real-life struggles. Paul Giamatti brings his usual sad sack magic, and the supporting cast adds so much warmth. It's one of those low-key films that leaves a lasting impact without trying too hard. Just a genuinely feel-good watch with substance. 10. Clueless, streaming on Netflix. Quick summary: Cher is a rich, fashionable, totally fabulous high schooler who thinks she has life all figured out, until she starts actually growing up. My take? I've said it before and I'll say it again, Clueless is a masterpiece. It's hilarious, satirical, and surprisingly smart under all the lip gloss. The outfits? Iconic. The one-liners? Legendary. It's a teen rom-com, sure, but it's also a clever take on self-image, class, and identity. If you want to feel good, laugh, and relive the 90s, this is your go-to. Final thoughts. That's 10 legit great movies, all streaming right now. You've got horror, comedy, thrillers, and drama. Whatever your vibe is today, you've got options. So tell me, which one are you watching tonight? Drop it in the comments, hit that follow, and I'll be back with more brutally honest picks next week. Like and subscribe to see more.